Okay, so John, RGH Wigan today. Just had 2 taster sessions, and they couldn't have been any different. So we had a couple of students who had never ridden before, spent 2 hours just getting them going really, and making them start and stop at a given point. But that was about it. A little bit of slow riding, but nothing much. So they're going to have to come back and do some more tasters I recommended. But later that day or later that morning, we had someone who had ridden unofficially some 600 bikes when he was in the army. So that taster session was very easy. So yeah, just on my way home, got a half day today, so that's nice. Thought I'd do a everyday motorcycle instructor video, and this one we're going to do about road position and how we can use it to minimise our vulnerability. There was a bit of a dance in Wigan to get out of the gate. I was going to keep this gate locked. Finding out which key it is. So yeah, so road position. So I'm going to go on the road in a minute, obviously. And if you've not ridden before, as a motorcyclist, we've got options. We can go into position 1, which is near the curb. Position 2 in the centre of the lane, not the centre of the road, but the centre of the lane. And then position 3 is we're near the centre line, but not with our handlebars over the centre line for obvious reason. Now, normally, we'd like to choose position 2. We call it the command position. We're commanding the lane, and it's less likely that people, car drivers and the like, are going to overtake us because they have to go over the centre line. So position 2 is favourable. However, you might have obstacles in the road, parked cars, potholes, that sort of thing. So sometimes you have to move out to position 3 in order to avoid those obstacles. You also change position quite often to go left or right. So yeah, so let's have a look at what road position I take up on these roads on the way back home. Well, first of all, I'm in position 2. I'm going to turn right here, so a quick shoulder check into position 3. Looks like I'm going to be able to keep the wheels moving. Back into position 2. Going to be turning left here. Position 1 maybe. Looking behind the van to see what the traffic's like, and it's certainly not good enough to set off. Off we go again. Position 2 now. Looking in my mirror, car overtaking me, or van overtaking me. Now obviously we move position in the road in order to be safe, and one tip I can give you is if you've got 2 lanes like this, I'm always keeping my eye open on the right hand lane to see if I've got an escape route. If anything happens in front of me, as it is, I'm going to overtake anyway. A little shoulder check, move over. Position 2 again. Cars going to come to, well, I'm going to come to a stop now. We've got lights, checking my mirrors, down the gears, coming to a stop. Gentle brake finish with the clutch in. Shoulder checks and off we go. Kids shouting over there, don't know what it's about. Oh, that's not good. Red light, then red light. So when it comes to positioning when you're turning right on any junction, you choose position 3. So if it's a minor into a major or a major into a minor, you choose position 3. Now, the question is, why do we choose position 3? Because if we, let's say we pulled up in position 2 like a car would do with your right indicator on, everybody knows what you're going to do. So why do we choose position 3? Well, to be honest, one of the main reasons is to keep the flow of the traffic going. So if you're in position 3, the other vehicles can undertake you and go on their merry way, either straight ahead or left. And that's good because we keep the flow of the traffic going. Of course, if you're in position 3 and there are cars undertaking, it's very important you don't swerve to the left, because if you swerve to the left, you're going to hit a car. And also be careful of even looking to the left, because if you look to the left, the undertaking cars will assume that you are going to go to the left. And I've seen cars slam the brakes on because a motorcyclist has looked to the left for no reason. So yeah, turning right is position 3 every single time, and don't swerve to the left. High-sided vehicle in front of me, I'm going to make sure he can see me in his wing mirrors. Position 1 I think is the safest place. For a left-hand turn now then, this is where it gets a little bit complicated. If you want to make it simple, left-hand turn to position 1. However, if you want to go into a little bit more detail on that, well, if it's a minor into a major road, yeah, position 1 I think is favourable. That way cars can overtake us and go on their merry way, and plus it gives us a nice sort of angle as we emerge from a side road, shall we say, onto a main road. But when it's a major into a minor, like a main road turning into a side road, yes, you can choose position 1, so if you want to keep it simple. But if you want to kind of get a little bit accurate, I think, personally, and this is backed up by an examiner I had a conversation with, position 2 is probably favourable when you're doing a major into a minor road. Now, why is that? Because if you go into position 1 from a major into a minor road, you're carrying quite a bit of speed. So you might, with that extra speed, have a tendency to go wide on the side road. Also, if you're in position 1, cars are more likely to overtake you, and you can't see around the corner as much. So position 2 from a major into a minor road, left turn, you've got a wider turn, so you're less likely to go wide, and you can see around the corner, and it's less likely that cars will overtake you. So yeah, that's positioning when taking turns. What do you think about that? Write in the comments below if you've got any sort of comments on that. Do you think position 1 is better on a left-hand turn, major into minor, or do you agree with me that position 2 is more favourable? Keep the comments kind, but there you go. Now, I've just done some filtering here, and there's a car here that's done some filtering behind me as well. Well, there's only bikes that could filter, but there you go. You can also use road position to make yourself be seen as well. So if you've got a line of parked cars, then you can change position in the road, maybe up to position 3, so you can see past the parked cars, see the junction, and the person at the junction can see you as well. In fact, I just used my position to be seen a second ago when I was behind that high-sided vehicle. So road position, on the road, position 1, 2 or 3. Use it for various reasons: to turn right, to turn left, to avoid obstacles, to be seen. One of the classic ones that I come up with to be avoiding obstacles is if there's parked cars on the right-hand side of the road, then for you, going down the road towards them, position 1 is the safest place to be. Why? Because oncoming vehicles will overtake those parked cars and go over the centre line. And then they're coming towards you if you're in position 2, and it's a bit unnerving. So position 1 is safest if it's available, if you've got parked cars on the right hand side, or any obstacle on the right hand side that's causing oncoming vehicles to go over the centre line. So road position, I've covered the basics of why we use it. I'm moving slightly to the left here just in case this guy goes for it. He hasn't got his indicator on and he's a taxi driver, therefore I don't trust him. So yeah, yet another use of road position. I'm going to change road position here, so shoulder check, move out. That's the only other thing I'll say. Make sure you do shoulder checks before you change the road position. And with that, please comment below. It's the end of this little everyday motorcycle instructor video. So until next time, ride safe and I'll see you soon.